Is moving abroad worth it? Now, come on, let's be real and honest. Nobody's moving abroad just for the travel vibes. They are moving for better money, better quality of life, and sometimes just trying to escape the same repetitive routine. But trust me, moving abroad can be one of the best decisions that you can make in your life. I'm going to break this video down into three segments. First, career, second, quality of life, and third, personal growth. Now let's start with the biggest reason people move abroad, career and money. If you do move to countries like United States, the UK, Australia, Germany, France, there are high possibilities that you'll be getting better salaries, you'll be getting better job titles, you will be getting better future opportunities, you will be getting international work experience on your resume. Plus, you will be able to develop important soft and hard skills. For many people, it's just like a cheat code. Depending upon the industry, you could be working, let's say, 10 years in your home country, but you will not be able to see the growth that you would be able to see within 2-3 years if you work abroad. But at the very same time, you need to consider that a career abroad isn't that easy. You must be watching stories and reels of your friends, working in these fancy buildings abroad, their offices, such lavish couches and ping pong tables and everything. However, it is not the same case with every single office or say every single industry. My take is that if you are able to figure out the immigration of the country that you are interested in moving to, and you do get at least 2-3 years of, say, like a short assignment. 3 years is not usually short. A short assignment is about 12 months. But if you do get an opportunity for working about, say, 2 to 3 years abroad, do take that opportunity. Again, consider all the immigration prospects, what could go right, what could go wrong, and be ready to come back to your home country just in case things go south. But going back to my original point, if you are provided with an opportunity to move abroad, even for the shortest term, let's say 12 months, take that opportunity. You will get plenty of things to learn abroad that you will never be able to learn in your home country. And while you do plan to move abroad for a better life, just understand that a better life is not just about salary. It is about stability, growth, and peace. Now let's talk about the quality of life, and this is usually where people get emotional. Life abroad looks perfect on social media. Clean streets, nice roads, cute cafes, plenty of cars, and weekend trips. But what actually quality of life is? It is getting a cleaner environment. No, I'm not talking about the 1000 AQI cities. I'm talking about the 10, 15 AQI cities. There are better street rules, or say the traffic rules. I'm not again talking about everybody on the same street at the same time. I'm talking about people following an order, people stopping where they're supposed to stop, people obeying the traffic light. These two examples is something like you get to live what system is actually built for. You get to feel what system is actually like. The buses, the trains, they always show up on time. Whether the work that you need to get done is related to the government or a private firm, there are certain protocols followed, and the paperwork is always organized. When you move to either of the Western nations, even though you are getting a very high salary, you are still paying very high taxes, insurance, and even for the basic living. However, compared to what you have been doing in your home country, you will see that your taxes are at work. Let's take a quick example. If I am driving on a street, I do not fear that my car is going to get stuck inside a pothole on a random street at a random given day, because all the streets are always taken care of on a timely basis. The insurance premiums that I'm paying, they help me cover most of my health costs, and whenever needed, if somebody makes a 911 call, the paramedics are on their door in less than 15 minutes in most of the times. Do you see that happen in your home country ever? I guess most of the people are driving behind the ambulance in order to get their way quickly. Some people, they prefer a simple life back home just because they have family support, they have some sort of house help. Sometimes there is lower pressure on themselves. However, they are not able to realize what better quality of life is available across the ocean. So yes, the quality of life abroad is better in many ways, but when it comes to emotions, it totally depends upon your personality. Now let's get to the most underrated part of moving abroad, that is the personal growth. Even if your job isn't perfect, even if you miss home, moving abroad always forces you to level up. And this is because nobody's coming to save you. And this is because you have to learn all the new things: how to cook, how to manage your finances, how to manage your stress, how to do your own taxes, how to communicate better, how to get yourself involved culturally into the new country. And suddenly you become more disciplined because life abroad, it doesn't allow you to be careless. You gain something that's very hard to explain: confidence. And no, not the motivational quote confidence, the real confidence. You know, the kind of confidence that makes you realize, if I can survive here alone, I can potentially survive anywhere. And that, my friend, is very powerful. Moving abroad is worth it if you want growth more than you want comfort. It is totally worth it if you do have a long-term plan. It is totally worth it if you are ready to struggle for 1-2 years in order to build a better life. But at the same time, you need to realize it's not worth moving abroad only because everybody else is doing it, or you just want a simply better life, or you're trying to run away from your problems. Wherever you go, your mindset follows.